And we're back in Operencia, like, faster than I thought we'd be, frankly. Yeah, I was jonesing to play this more, a little bit, and coincidentally, Devil May Cry immediately ended, like, even faster than I ever expected it to. The ending was just rapid-fire boss fights, cutscenes. Oh, it's over now. Oh, that was faster than I thought. So, yeah, I guess I can just keep going. So, I did start a new file. I have the same class, same appearance, same name. Actually, it was like, I looked at that character fully formed, even though I kind of haphazardly made her, and I was like, nah, actually, yeah, I can stick with this character. The only thing I changed is I changed the difficulty to normal. So combat difficulty is normal, mapping difficulty is normal, and saving difficulty is normal. Obviously, we're not doing permadeath or anything. I just didn't want to get myself, I don't know. I didn't want to get myself in trouble, because for all I know, there might be some serious issues if I go straight for hard mode, and you cannot change the difficulty. So I figure let's just play normal. It's supposedly the intended experience because it's called normal. But yeah, I've been looking forward to playing a dungeon crawler for a while, and this game's really pretty. So I'm glad that the game I was playing conveniently ended just in time for me to just go right back to playing this game. That's nice. What is happening in here? Like, there straight up is just water above me. This is the strangest. Okay, anyway.
There, you see? A key and some other goods as well. We should equip those.
Press P to open your party screen. Alright, and it also said J is journal.
Jóska, are you writing?
So what if I am?
Nothing. It's just, you don't really strike me as the writing type.
You don't really strike me as the writing type either. And it appears that only one of us is right about the other.
Huh. Fair enough. So tell me, what do you write about? Your innermost feelings?
Oh, please. It's more about the people, places, and things I encounter throughout my travels. I need something to take my mind off of all of this madness around us.
So you log the madness in your journal?
I have more control of it there. Would you like to read it? I have nothing to hide.
Looking to double the size of your audience, I see.
Ha! I suppose so.
They're getting along already, aren't they? Oh, there's like a bunch in here. The three worlds. An upper world, a middle world, and an underworld. It's such basic knowledge, I don't know why I'm even writing it down. I must really be bored. Let's start with what the storybooks tell us is known as the middle world. That would be this very land I'm standing on, Operencia. We humans live here, and we tolerate, sometimes eat, all the other mortal creatures surrounding us. Some suggest the really annoying ones, the mosquitoes, the gnats, and all the creepy crawlies, aren't actually from around here, they come from below. And that below is known simply as the underworld, a hellish landscape of general unpleasantness, and where all the worst souls of the dead retreat to live on. Do you suppose a monster born there, be it a dragon, a succubus, maybe even Devil Urdog himself, are actually miserable? If it's all you know as you grow, what is the bar between misery and happiness? I'll ask a succubus if I ever see one, I guess. Finally, there's the upper world, which most of us Operentians simply refer to as the land of the gods. Go figure. It's the land where the gods live. Sometimes our folklore could use a little more creativity with its naming. And if we're good down here, our souls will end up there once we die. Wherever they find their way, whether they find their way to the gold forest, the silver forest, the copper forest, or somewhere else entirely, I have no idea. I'd get into who all the gods are, but that was just that I'm sure they even exist to begin with. There's literally a ranking system for how good you were, where you get the gold, silver, or copper medal, basically. Alright. Do I even believe that there's something above us and below us, and that we're stuck in the middle of it all? Common sense inclines me not to, but then again, I've been around enough to suspect that not everything out of the ordinary I see in Operencia actually originated here. Fighting a dragon as a young man will do that to you. And that all scares the hell out of me. I'd much rather be in the middle of nothing. Ah. Got some writing here. That's Jóska's journal. That's completed quests. Active quests. Find the tower. Find the first tower. The first 3 maidens await your rescue in the first tower. Save the captives from the underwater terror. 9 to save. 9 fair maidens from King Vakar's realm have been captured and imprisoned in the sunken castle. So what if Vakar is reviled by his own people? These women are innocents, and he's offering a handsome reward, which he will likely try to cheat you out of, but that's not why you're here anyway. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits. Oh, and it shows all the past dialogue. All right, let's space these out a little bit because that was a relatively big read. So I'll check in periodically to read the next thing that I haven't read yet, and so on. Kind of usual practice for me. We have Havadi and we have Jóska, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna mispronounce so many names in this game. There's a lot of accented letters, and was it this game or Outward where a word popped up that was like, I think it was this game where like I saw one that just completely blindsided me, and I was like, thank God the game was narrating that line for me. Fine linen robe, possibly stolen from the wardrobe of a noble. 1 defense, 1% other thing, I guess. We have a few ranged options. What is this guy wearing? So he's already got a sling. He could use the robe. The other guy already has it. Toggle attributes as shift. So it gives you 1 defense point and 1% physical resistance, which are apparently different. We'll figure out what those mean over time, I guess. Let's give my character the bonus equipment if I can. And yeah, let's give her a sling since she doesn't have one anyway. What happens if I say optimize all? Nothing. I probably already optimized it by the game standards, frankly. Equipment, talents, skills, attributes. Okay. So I've got all these slots, but these ones aren't filled yet. Passive skills, level 3, 6, and 9. But yeah, so that we each separately learn these. Okay. So I need to learn new skills over time, maybe from books or quests or something, and then I can probably put them here, the way they learned spells tend to work in a lot of RPGs. But it looks like we have passive skill slots. There's a big grid down here, so I'm thinking we unlock a whole bunch of them for down here, and then you get to pick which one you want to equip. 1 at level 3, 1 at level 6, 1 at level 9. And there's this one. This is the elemental, this is the status, the passive skill that I got with my origin. So when you pick your country of origin, you get that, apparently. And then these talents. We'll look at these a little bit later. I don't think I have any points to spend anyway. Alright. We've somewhat equipped ourselves.
Why would anyone lock this place up? There's nothing here but water. On the ceiling.
And in the hallways.
Water everywhere. Oh. Huh. Oh. Yeah, that'll be an issue. So water just does whatever it wants around here. Alright, so the first challenge is going to be trying to figure out what what secrets look like in this game. Like, do I look for a little tile that's out of place? Like that would have been like a Grimrock moment of like, there it is.
Don't have the right key.
We'll see. Hopefully I'll find them and not just miss them entirely. Oh, the water's just right there. Interesting. Frog. I think he sees me. Ah. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he coming. All right.
I'd say keep your guard up, but I just want you dead.
That's not nice. Oh, are you talking about the enemies? Hey, we now don't have a 100% chance of hitting. Alright. Poison resistant, fire sensitive, croak. I don't know what croak means necessarily. I don't think I can click on them to inspect them. No. So we'll just have to find that out as we go. So fire will do bonus damage to them. What does this guy have? He has... Oh, he's got a heal. Heal half of somebody's health, or Valeriana's Kiss. Empest your enemy. That's a new word for me. Deal 4 to 7 initial poison damage, 2 to 5 reoccurring over 3 turns. Have a 75% chance to make your enemy sleep for 3 turns. Would also come in handy potentially. So let's try that. You give him a kiss? I don't think he slept. Let's try some fire damage. See how fire sensitive you really are. Yep, there's the poison damage over time. He has more damage with melee attacks, but he has a higher chance of hitting with a ranged attack. Alright. Ooh, you really pulled out all the stops there, huh? No comment on how effective fire would, ice would be to them. 2 to 5 is not great. Let's see if Oh! I forgot to check. Ice is multi-target.
I can feel myself gaining power with each fight.
I am experiencing a RPG level up system in first person.
Well, that's a new one.
If the legends are true, these were men once, transformed by the curse that sank this stronghold, condemned to serve King Breck until death.
And I suppose this King Breck wants us dead.
Him, the dragon. Does it matter who, really?
Dragon?
Yeah, that dragon.
Let's find a safe place to rest and we'll talk. Stay quiet for now. We may attract more Zeldek.
Or worse.
Yeah, the dragon, as it turns out. Oh, opened right up to another one. The sunken castle at the Lake of Anna. Look at that. No matter, oh, there's a fish swimming around, because that's a water room. No matter what the reward, no man in his right mind would ever enter the forsaken, sunken castle of King Breck. But hey, I'm Jóska. That never stopped me before. I remember hearing the news of what happened here some 20 years ago. It's really quite unbelievable. But then again, here I am within its walls writing this. Funny how battling a sword-wielding man-sized frog has a tendency to add validity to things. There were 2 rich rival brothers, Breck and Vakar, both building their own castles and declaring themselves kings. Though both built impressive armies, their biggest war was one-upmanship. Continuing to build onto his castle on the lake was one of Breck's ways of accomplishing this. While Breck was improving his castle, he called upon the Stonemasons Guild to make some additions. Have we them to thank for some of the castle's eccentricities? Perhaps, but I feel there is something more. Part of me wonders if they actually conspired with King Vakar, who one day boasted to Breck that he had managed to curse this place. He said all it would take was the tears of a young maiden to submerge the castle into the lake. Breck called what he perceived to be Vakar's bluff with one of his own, a peace offering. It did not take long for him to summon all the young women in Vakar's kingdom to a celebration that would represent a truce between the 2 kingdoms. Vakar obliged, but opted to stay home, still encouraging any in his kingdom to attend, should they feel so inclined. The celebration dinner was delicious and full of great cheer, but then came time for the special surprise. To the horror of all the guests, Breck chose the 12 most beautiful female guests to be attached to his carriage as though they were horses, forced to guide his carriage from the castle gates to Vakar's kingdom as a sign of superiority. Do you think this will make them cry? Was what he instructed all who returned to Vakar to tell him. However, the horse maidens never made it past the drawbridge, unable to move the carriage very far at all. The girls were whipped and abused as Breck's frustration mounted. One of them, Anna, finally cried, prompting the curse promised by Vakar to take effect. As the castle sank, all victims turned to swans and swam safely to shore. Anyone still alive either committed suicide, that explains all the skeletons strewn about the place, or turned into Zoldyck warriors. I'm not sure what this meant for Breck. I suppose I'll find out soon. Wow. Just dick story in general, apparently. It's just miserable. Let's see. Let's check out my characters, equipments. There we go. We got a helmet. No, I didn't. What did I get? Sword. Fist shield. Protects a minimal surface area, but allows for greater mobility. Gives you some deflection and so on. She's not very defensible, so let's probably give that to her for now, right? That makes sense to me. A little overkill with the sound effects when you look around in your inventory. I'm looking around for pressure plates. There's always a thing. Like when I started that one steampunk game, there's always the intro question of what do the secrets look like?
No key, no entry.
Yep, still working on that. Ah, a pot. Can I break it? Can I do anything to it? I feel like that's gonna close behind me. No? Not yet?
Fun trying to open that without the right key.
Dude, it's non-stop keyholes around here. I'm gonna be finding so many keys apparently. Welcome to the drowning room where we drown. Ah. We have a key. Good start. If I fought something in here, would I have to like beat them before I ran out of air, for example? That'd be a bit alarming, wouldn't it? Let's see here. Tower key opens the tower door. Which one? Any of them?
No
That
key,
one?
No entry.
Not that one. There we go. Oh. There's one of the corpses. Campfires can be used to regenerate characters' health and energy. Manual savings only available when restoring at the campfires. The game auto-saves at key moments during your adventure as well. Ah. Is that how I use campfires? I would imagine so. It's trippy looking out into the ocean. Or whatever you'd call this. Ooh. Let's take a few moments to rest at that fire pit first. Ah, there's a warning. Hey, maybe don't go on the underwater floor. Oh yeah, both directions have water. Bit dangerous not to rest then. One piece of firewood is needed to rest and save the progress at campfires. Firewood can be gained by picking up logs or smash certain wooden objects. Ah, you can get firewood. Okay. All the settings get shown up here. Save. There you go. Rest.
The companions took time to rest, equip themselves, and chat. Jóska told of his true reason for being there.
King Ballard is a tyrant and a bore, but he does offer a nice reward. 9 wives of his finest soldiers have been kidnapped, now slaves to King Breck in this very castle. Many knights, including said 9 fine soldiers, have been sent to rescue them. Guess how many have returned?
None?
None. You can tell Ballard is really desperate if he resorts to the likes of me for such things. I heard a rumor he's down to 1 young knight, and you know none of this.
I know it sounds crazy, but I'm literally following my dreams.
Jóska listened to his new associate's tale with a mix of great interest and charmed disbelief.
Right, because we got the intro where she keeps dreaming about this place, and that's her whole reason for being here.
So a deer showed up in your dream, and it led you here?
Well, I did have the dream several times.
And you just walked on into a sunken castle, not knowing what to expect, because a deer in your dreams told you to come here, yet evil frogmen surprise you.
When you put it that way.
It's gonna be bad news for you when you find out that, like, you know, it's an evil succubus sucking you into this place. That's not how they work. It's a it's a succubus, like, trying to trick her into coming here. Oh, this whole area is underwater. Like I thought. Danger. Danger, danger. Okay. Yeah, that's why they had me save. Aha. Got me a little bit of wood. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Ah. Oh. Wait for that meter to refill, or bad happens. Okay. I don't know. I do wonder now a little bit. Does this game have that kind of secret in it, or are they more apparent? Like a relatively obvious puzzle, for example. I don't know. One of these days I'll probably see something. What did I get? All this stuff is equipped. Ah, we got a new hat. It's just called a hat. Little more than comfortable headwear. Well, might as well equip it then. She seems very squishy, so I'm trying to put stuff on her to see if we can help out. What do we... We established that the enemy has 3 rows. Do we get rows at all, I wonder? Because I don't see any mention of it, just that we can put 4 people in combat. Which I think we get more party members than that. All of which are, like, developed characters.
The companions marveled at the intricate system of levers and gated pitfalls. Surely the work of a madman. It felt right at home in this cursed place.
Who builds a castle with gated pitfalls in the ground?
An ancient tactic to confine groups of prisoners and creatures to specific areas.
You seem pretty familiar.
You could say that.
And... whoop. Please don't fall in. Although we'd probably just go end up where we already were, I'd imagine. These floors are not necessarily one-to-one, are they? Because the tiles get way bigger on this floor. Yeah. Oh yeah, they all move independently, so you can't necessarily directly see which spot overlaps another spot, which is kind of unfortunate. That's a really helpful mechanic, usually in these games, is being able to discreetly tell which tile is above which tile on different floors. Okay. I heard a background noise a little bit. What was that?
Whoa, stop.
So far, so good. I feel like I'm gonna walk over here and pull this lever and it's not gonna work out for me. Oh, it kinda did. Uh-huh. Not so much puzzles so far
To save us.
as straightforward interactions. Oh, did they ambush me or did I ambush them?
Your loot better be worth this.
I definitely tried to go for them. Oh, wow. This is single target, right? Can go after the ranger if I want to. Get him. Go to sleep. Oh, he actually went to sleep. Neat. Yeah, this just straight up reduces their initiative, which seems awful handy. Wow. He exploded. Ooh, were those counterattacks? No, not necessarily. Now they're covered in the reduced frost resist, which would be more effective if I could do another frost attack, but I kind of can't. Back to back. Yes. Ooh. That was good. Well, at least you're not naked, Rags.
Are you here to save us?
Control. Ah. You can cast spells from here too. Specifically the ones that do that kind of thing. Good to know.
Could you help us?
Who are you talking to? Oh, that's probably the captured people. I thought it was my character. I got a little mixed up. Let's see. We got new gloves. There we go. We're stocking up on minor upgrades to our armor and so on.
You're the first ones not to die fighting those frogmen. Thank you. That key should help you too.
The way out is clear. You should be able to exit through the front.
We won't forget this. I promise.
6 more till riches. Come on.
Look how smiley she was. It's an exceptionally large smile for the situation, considering. Oh. Ow. Oh, that wasn't even like a good thing. There was no like upside for that. I didn't fall into a fun secret zone. I just hurt myself for the sake of it, basically. Good job, me. I'm proud of myself. Really nailed it back there. How many of these did we open? Oh, straight up 3 of them got out. So that's 1/3 of the people that were captured. That's why I said 6 to go. Man, it'd be embarrassing if there was a secret in here that opens a wall or something, and they were captured in there and never found it. Ooh. Take a little gold with me. And try not to think about the dragon so much. Hey, we're back to where we were before. Okay.
How did this castle sink? Is it actually cursed?
So they say. It's a long story. Feel free to shut me up if you just want to move on with things. I won't mind.
Happily.
Can't say I blame you. Anyway, before King Vakar ruled these lands, he had a rival king. His brother, King Breck. Welcome to his castle.
It's lovely.
Though both kings built impressive armies, their biggest war was one-upmanship. Breck was constantly adding on to his castle. He even had the legendary Stonemasons Guild contribute a few times. A couple of years into their pissing match, just about 2 decades ago, Vakar told Breck he had managed to curse this place, and all it would take were the tears of a young maiden to submerge the castle into the lake.
Turning all his worries to Zoldyck as well, I presume. That's some curse.
Exactly. Breck thought Vakar was bluffing though. I mean, really, wouldn't you? So he decided to pull a bluff of his own. A peace proposal. A farce of a celebration took place at this very castle, with many from Vakar's kingdom in attendance as well. Vakar himself chose to stay home, however. A wise decision.
That party must not have ended well.
Breck ordered everyone there from Vakar's kingdom head home with a message. That he had seized the kingdom's 12 most beautiful young women to serve him as horses would his chariot. Do you think this will make them cry? Was what he instructed all who returned to Vakar to tell him. But sadly, Vakar had not bluffed. Breck locked the young women's faces to mouthpieces designed for mighty steeds, whipped them, and ordered them forward. The first tear was shed just a few steps ahead. The lake around you is now known as the Lake of Anna in the crier's name. Depending on whom you ask, the effect was immediate or took days. But you're looking at the ultimate result of it right now.
I hope the innocents survived.
They did. In fact, I heard Anna took the opportunity to leave the kingdom for good. Vakar is no saint when it comes to his own people either. Some even suggest the 12 women escaped by transforming into swans, until they peacefully swam back to shore.
You didn't just make all that up on the spot, did you?
Oh, please. Alas, not even I am that clever.
We know he didn't just make that up because he just wrote that all in his journal. We read that all. We just... Interesting. Huh. Interesting choice to let me read the journal, then paraphrase it a moment later.